Hey folks, this is ioEther, and we're back with some more World of Tanks. As you can see, this is Burraz and his M48 Patton. This is a tier 10 game on mines. And I'm not going to bother ranting about how crap mines is for anything above tier 8, because that would be repetitive. I do this every time. But mines should never be seen above tier 8. It's just not. It's no. It doesn't provide great gameplay. However, today Burraz is going to make the best of a bad situation. And, yes. I don't remember what I was going to say, but I feel like I had something important I want to tell you guys. I don't know what that is, so cool. It can't be that important. And, ooh. Goes ahead and takes a shot into T92 that tried to rush up there. Getting a second shot into the Progetto. I don't know if he was aiming for 1390 or it was actually aiming for the Progetto. But either way, he did in fact hit the Progetto and got tracked for a bit. So I think he actually got some spine damage because of that. And that was well done. He is aiming for the Cupola on this P Victoria. It's a very, very hard shot to make. It helps that this gun is very accurate. Also helps that the turret of this tank is resilient enough that he can sit out in the open for a little bit without too much worry. Because assuming the enemy can only see his turret, they're going to have a hard time penning him from the front. Next to impossible, actually. That shot is next to impossible. There's only a couple pixels there in which he can actually do damage to that Conqueror from that angle. If the Conqueror gets sits down with only the top half of his turret exposed, then he has a much easier shot at hitting that. But when the Conqueror is up above him, looking down on him, that shot is next to impossible. So he's got to time it so the Conqueror is only like half, like this. At this point in time, that shot is doable. Still hard though, obviously. As also should be really glad that T30 is not pushing on him. For some reason, the enemy team is really content to sit back and just let him fire, and so that's exactly what he's doing. He's just gonna reload and drop a shot into them, fall back, reload, pull up, drop a shot into them, and continue this. The problem is the rest of his team is apparently made of lesser people, as they just seem to be dying right, left, and center. And suddenly he's actually got to fall all the way back to cover the back half of, his own back, because there is suddenly enemies in really horrible positions for us. Really great defensive positions for them. I love the fact that he's got Eli on his commander, so we know that guy has a dead driver, and he did have a dead track. T30 in the open, might as well take advantage of that. T30 not looking at us, we're definitely going to take advantage of that. And go ahead and put a shot into him. T30 is going down, so we can't actually get another shot off. But it looks like we're probably going to get a shot at this 110, assuming he continues to push forward. Blind shot at the object. Neither one connects, though if he sits there, we're going to get a great shot into him. Half of me wonders if there's another tank nearby him, and that's what we hit, or if, yeah. Alright, is there two objects? No, there's only the one. I don't know. I don't know what we hit, but whatever it wasn't the object that first time. So he gets some spine damage on the guys up behind him, who are dumb enough to peek their heads out, but not smart enough to pull it back again. He's looking for just blind shots. He's hoping to pen the object and take it out of the battle without having to actually sit there and aim. Oh, unfortunately not able to get the shot off on the meal because of the fact that it stopped on a dime upon spotting the fact that he shoot at him. I love the way he's angled here, so we're going to zoom out. So he's set up so that his front armor is still facing the real threat, which is up here. He's too far back in the rocks for these guys to be able to hit him, but he is still proxy spotting anybody up here. And only his turret is faced at the meal. And he's set up on such an angle that he is actually side-scraping. Well, in this case, reverse side-scraping against the meal. I really love the way he's set this thing up. And he's loaded some gold because he's going to need it to go through that Emil's armor. Though he does need to make sure he hits. So he's hoping the Emil will do something stupid like give him the top of that hull. Unfortunately, I think he hit the rock or the gun barrel right in front of him. And there we go. That shot goes in. As he's trying to get his tank to go up and over. Oh no, I don't know what that hit, but it didn't hit the Emil. He's got one more heat round, which I think he's going to fling out at the object. Well, he's not putting it into the Emil anymore. So likely... Oh, as the artillery tags the even 90 that was above him. Now he knows he's not spotted actually, probably now he's not spotted. So he pokes back out again. He's going to fire a shot blind in a second, hoping to kill the object. Or maybe he's just hoping artillery will land a shot over there and kill the object. As it looks like he, in fact, is going to go somewhere else. 1390 up here is the biggest threat to him. Super Crunker, assuming he can hit it with an HE round, will die. Of course, it goes ahead and kills our gun. That's annoying. Fixing that, he goes, takes it out of the game without too much issue. But immediately reverses back up again because he doesn't want the 110 coming around the corner and shooting him if he can prevent it. Looks like the 110 though is too intimidated by the rest of the tanks still at base to come around that corner. And either artillery has not put shots over here or they haven't connected. Either way, it doesn't really matter. It does matter is that AMX just got a clean shot in on us, and so did GW. There's still an M43 that could fire at us. Nope, I guess not. So the AMX, aha, thought he was being sneaky. Unfortunately for us, we missed, and the AMX gets away with it. That's just annoying. Though he does pull off a nice shot against that Scorpion, reversing it just enough to side scrape the shot, take his own shot, and then pull back before the Scorpion can get a real shot in on him. Goaded and takes the Scorpion out of the game before he can try that again. This time maybe to better success. Unfortunately, the guard does put a shell into him because the guard hit... I don't know where the guard hit. Oh, Cupola there. Yeah, that is a known weak spot on the Patton. Is in fact the top of his turret. He's looking for a good shot on this guard. I don't think he's gonna get it from this angle. Yeah, he's gonna instead shift around and head up towards the top. With only 259 health left, anyone hitting him on the enemy team can kill him in a single shot. So he really does have to be careful here. Oh, cripples the poor guard. Gets spun in the process though. Has a shot on the M40. Who I don't know where he's pointing his gun, but it's not in the right direction. I know that much. Looks again for the shot on the guard. Finds it. And still not being fired upon. Okay. I mean, if we're free to continue shooting, we're free to continue shooting. I love the blind shot on the M40. He knew where he was. And was pretty confident he hadn't moved, and turned out he hadn't moved. So there goes that guy. Now looking for the 13-9s, most likely assaulting our artillery. That's where I'd be if I was in that 13-9. And the GW, lo and behold, is in the open. I definitely didn't think that was going to be a thing, but apparently it was. I definitely expected the GW to be back behind some cover and not sitting out in the open where somebody rolled around that corner they could spot him. Oh, there is the 1390. That's not where I figured he would be, but you know, okay, we'll take that. Let's go ahead and put a shot through him. No worries, no. That was just like the easiest endgame shot ever. And look at this. So, by the way, I guess I should have mentioned this at the start of the game. But if you want to kill this thing, basically don't shoot it here. There's a cupola for killing it. Other than that, there's a upper or lower glacis. Upper glacis, obviously, not unless you have to. Don't worry about that. Obviously, lower glacis. Don't forget, it is rounded. It will bounce things at weird angles if you're not shooting flush into it. Cupola, obviously, and other than that, anywhere other than the front of this turret will go through. You're fine. Just don't shoot the front of the turret, mostly because there's giant gun mantle that sits on it, and partly because the front of the turret is actually quite thick. So, yeah. That all being said, this was a great game. Thank you so much, Braz, and let's jump over and see what your battle results were. Wow, that is probably the biggest end screen I've seen in a while. With a Master Badge, Ace Tanker, Hand of God, Spotter, Bruiser, Duelist, Fighter, and Fire for Effect. He made over 100,000 credits in a non-premium tank. That is awesome. Not only that, but a tier 10, which is hard to make money on in any case. Yes, the Pascucci's, the Brothers in Arms. Wait, Brothers in Arms? Who did he team up with? I didn't even notice him teaming up with the Object 261. Ah, it's awesome. I wonder if that was at the end or in the middle of the game. I didn't notice, which is weird. But so he also gets the patrol duty because 4,000 spying damage is just crazy. And I can't help but wonder if he didn't touch most of the enemy team, or the entirety of the enemy team, because that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So he either shot, spotted, or he either shot or spotted the entirety of the enemy team. Wow. That's impressive. I don't think I've ever seen one of those before. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. So the numbers are a bit clearer and everything else. Well done, sir. Thank you so much for sending this in. Overall, did not make any money, but that's only because he fired everything. And some of those were, in fact, some gold because he needed to fire them. But overall, this was a great game. And definitely glad to see it. Thank you so much for sending this in again, Perez. I hope this helped with your Wednesday and maybe got you over the hump of the week with something good. And I look forward to seeing you guys later. Have a great day. This is ioEther out.